you want to attend the next ARG regional event? Make sure you pre-register online at dragonballsuper-regionals.com. The next event is scheduled for the weekend of April 14th and 15th in beautiful San Jose, California. Need a place to stay for the event? Head over to super-collectibles.com and buy a ticket to the KitchenTableMeta Team House. For only $300, you get a private room for Friday and Saturday night, one-on-one coaching, dinner with the pro team, and much, much more.
Hey guys, what is up? We are back with round number 7 at ARG Presents
ARG North Carolina. Regional North Carolina in Charlotte. Right. Beautiful Charlotte. I'm never going to get used to it. I'm never going to get used to it.
And then wherever at, because it's always beautiful wherever at. That's number 1. So you have to say beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina.
So we got a fantastic match here. We got PPG sponsored player Justin Rios playing Mecha Buuhan versus Beard Collectibles sponsored player Jorge Fernandez, piloting an interesting hand destruction mecha.
Absolutely. I need to change that. I'm gonna do that because that's
kind of interesting. I mean, that's kind of notable.
Yeah, it's like Boo. Is it B-U?
Boo, yeah, and then H-A-N,
right?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
So Justin on this Buuhan deck that he's been really playtesting for about a few weeks because he was actually going to take this to the last ARG, but unfortunately work got in the way and he wasn't able to take the time off. But a really interesting and very powerful deck. You can see the weakness right now, actually. It's drawing too many
he
Buuhans.
looks like me playing Buuhan, man. I'll tell you, I never have that. Do you know how many Buuhans Justin runs?
He plays 4. He plays 4.
He was 4 of the whole combo.
Yeah, 4 of everything.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man, whenever I play this deck, I just feel like I play Panhan a lot on stream, which I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about. But I draw them all the time.
Oh, and these players are X1? No, X01, actually.
X01, probably.
So they're actually both with a draw. Very in contention, I believe, on table 2.
Yeah, they were table 2. They were table 2. Yep.
So table 2.
Because we're trying to get table 3. We're trying to get the KTM PPG matchup.
Yeah.
And we got yelled at by Peter.
We got denied.
So we got Peter yelled at us.
Denied.
So, I mean, we have to keep Peter happy, right?
So we do have another interesting match here. Arguably a little bit more interesting than that match would have been.
Yeah.
But no KTM in here. Sad faces. Hopefully next round we want to get Danny hype. How was he doing?
He lost his last matchup, so he's 5-1.
Okay. He's still fine.
Yeah, he's still
okay. Let's get him next round if he wins.
Yeah. That's what I told him. So
okay.
He'll be all right.
So Justin here really aggressively trying to awaken. You're seeing 2 experienced veteran players, by the way, guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Justin Rios' resume includes a Grand Prix Pro Tour, Grand Prix top and Pro Tour competitor multiple times, actually. He's been to Sydney, Australia. He's been to Spain. So he is no stranger to competitive card games. Magic, one of the hardest games to actually break through in.
Absolutely. And the thing about Magic is it's it's very hard to play, but it's mostly hard because of the rules. The rules are so complex that a complete mastery of those rules gives you an actual advantage in games.
So and then Jorge Fernandez, also a fantastic resume, just came off a top out of our 1K last week.
Yes, sir.
Actually, Justin did too. Both of them topped the 1K. And George piloting a unique Golden Frieza list with no cooler, very Overwhelm dependent, and no Clan of Terror Mecha Friezas as well, which Dusty was definitely not a fan of. And he still made it work. He made it into the top 16. I don't know if he lost in top 16 or not. I don't remember.
I like Clan of Terror Mecha Frieza. I think it's such a good card. I mean, I agree that you don't want to run 4. But I think just having 2 in the deck seems fine to me. You just play it out, get a look at their hand, get some information. Like, for example, Jordan Marco, teammate, was playtesting yesterday, and he's playing Golden Frieza, and he played it out, looked at his opponent's hand, and it was like result, counter, and he was like, oh, I can kill you. Okay. And just killed his opponent. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, I'm sure it's a little bit of Magical Christmas Land, but it's still that card gives you information that you might not normally have, and I think it's a powerful card.
George with 20 cards in hand, Justin off to a huge start. You got Miraculous Comeback Gohan out on the field,
already,
and that's really dealing a lot of pressure onto George. He's down to 4, so he's able to awaken, but that's what you want to do against Mecha Frieza. You just want to pressure them. They're going to take the life regardless. They're going to awaken. So the faster you awaken them, the faster you make their extra cards dead.
Right. I call it the Mecha Frieza conundrum, because it's almost like what came first, the chicken or the egg. I feel like the same thing with Mecha Frieza, where it's like if you don't attack them, then you make them have to have extra cards to awaken. So sometimes they waste cards they normally wouldn't. Like they'll like Cold Bloodlust like a Boo and stuff just so they can awaken. But like you said, if you awaken them quickly, you're giving those cards more value, but like you're also making it so they can't cheat them into play. And so it's like this, double-edged sword. Which one's better? It's tough. I think it really depends on the matchup, the deck you're playing, how it interacts. And I think Justin's saying, you know what, I'm gonna play this Gohan and just murder you. So
and George is stuck with a small library in his hand, and
a small novel.
And I'm sorry, library. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, chapter 1 looks like it's the bodyguard Frieza. He has 4 of them in hand,
and he just had to charge an energy and pass here.
Yeah. 2 energy.
All those cards can't save you. Can't save you from not playing any cards, especially as fast as Justin got out. He understood that he had to really get out of the gates fast, and George is forced to Cold Bloodlust the mighty Buuhan here. And he might not even have an answer to it next turn.
On 3 energy, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, no, he's not going to have an answer.
It's going to be tough.
What are you going to kill it with?
It's going to be tough.
Banaka? In the main board?
By the way, guys, in case you guys didn't know about this, next set, this Buuhan gets
a barrier.
By the way. And it is
so good luck.
Pretty good.
Good luck.
It's pretty good. So,
I'm definitely on Majin Buu when that drops.
Yeah, I like
I'm not even, no questions.
Well, I'll send you the Panhon list. Remember, guys, in case you guys aren't aware, go to PPG, or Pro-Play Games. Buy out all the pans. I don't want there to be a pan left in that store. Buy every one of them.
This man in the pans. We're just going to send him all the pans at once. As soon as I crack my infinity cases, I'm literally just going to send them all to Dusty in shreds. And just be like, have fun, Dusty.
I'll be like, it's the best day of my life.
It's the best day of my life. If I have any left over, actually, because everybody might just be buying them all. Who knows?
So, Justin making an interesting call here, attacking for 30,000. I guess he's just assuming that George doesn't have a way to stop it next turn.
There's no reason not to. I mean, like, what is he going to do? Just combo his whole hand into the Buuhan? Like,
maybe he does that?
25. He also has the Gohan ready to strike. So once this Frieza comes out, he's going to go after the Frieza. I guarantee you.
This is actually interesting because George is using George's on the 3. I'm sorry, and using this Frieza here. Now, what's interesting here is that Justin can decide to attack into this Frieza.
He's just going to attack the Frieza.
Yeah,
100%. 15 versus 20. What would you like to attack?
It's 25.
It's 25.
It's 25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, the Mecha Frieza. I'm sorry.
No,
25 versus 15 or 25 versus 20. Yeah. All right. Triple Frieza from George here.
Yeah, he said that's chapter 1.
Yep. And it looks like he has a lot of Dories in hand, too.
If this Buuhan survives,
it's over.
It's going to be tough. That's why it's really surprising to me that Justin decided to attack with it. I mean, is it worth the risk?
It might just. I mean, George really wouldn't have had a play if Justin didn't attack.
Right. So, Justin's passes, like, what does he do?
But at the same time, you do need to get cards out of George's hand. So it is a questionable play. It really just depends on Justin's hands, to be honest. Because George does not have an out to the Buuhan. Like, he can't. He could attack. He could try attacking it, which he's going to do right now. But then it just draws all the attention from Justin's life, and then Justin can go and play like a Jiren next turn, and then it's over.
Sure, yeah.
And then, God forbid, he gets over the Buuhan. What is he going to do with Gohan, too? He's going to combo over that. You gotta believe that Justin's got some type of number of Dodoras in hand at this point.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
absolutely.
George definitely does. I think he had 3 last time we checked. And it looks like he's going to bean his leader, and that should direct all of George's attention to the Buuhan.
I'd imagine.
Because that's the only thing that is going to threaten his life. And I don't even know if I would sensu being the Mecha Frieza there, but if he doesn't, then everything goes to face.
Right.
So,
well, I think you have to sensu being against three occupation Friezas, you know what I mean? It's like...
It looks like George is still going after life.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe George's hand's actually pretty bad in this situation. He has like Cold Bloodlust, like a Cells Absorption. Like, his hand's actually pretty bad. I don't think he can actually pressure the Boo, as it turns out.
Justin just took the life. Justin just took the life, so he's going to go down to 3 here.
It's 2, right?
2.
Yeah,
Is that 2?
I think I messed up the life.
Okay.
Is that 2?
Let me text our floor judge.
Yeah, he actually just spread them out. It's 2.
Oh, okay.
So it's 2 to 3. Justin really looks like continue to go for life here, maybe? Yep, going to use the combo card here, go to 25. Pitches the Jiren to stay alive. George going to 25 here. Actually, getting a Senzu Bean, which is going to be really good for him. Somewhat playable card, which is good. Considering his hand thus far has been just essentially a bunch of dead cards that he can't play for a little while.
I mean, he does have, let's see, he has a Bean, he has a Bloodlust, 2 Bloodlust. And it looks like another Dodoria.
It's like he's going to choose to play the Bean out. Go to 30K. George is trying to scoop it up.
Yeah.
Just saying, I guess I'll lose.
Yeah, he can't do it. I don't know. I think I would have went over the Buuhan there. Went after the Buuhan because, like, you just have to. You have Dodoria. He had, like, 3 Dodorias.
That's tough, man. Shows you the power of the Boo, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing is, like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
It's got dual attack, no matter what.
It got dual attack, draw you 2 cards.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat that card.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, until I actually started playtesting with Panhan, I didn't realize how powerful that Boo was.
That Boo is
I actually thought the
insane.
Boo was just kind of not a joke, but like a what's the word? A novelty. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is that the word I'm looking for? It's like
oh man, if you really do all these things
yeah,
and assemble all these combos,
that's cute.
it's gonna be insane.
Yeah, but I didn't realize how easy it was just to actually do it.
Pretty simple.
It's actually pretty
5 energy.
It's actually pretty straightforward. That's just
5 energy and play Gohan. Okay, I'm playing Gohans anyways because that's an amazing card, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he did play the 2-drop Gohan, which you normally don't do in this deck, but he had the luxury of actually casting it and just going to town, and having that and a combination of Buuhan was just too overwhelming for George. And the Buuhan is inherently just card advantage.
Yep.
Because you're attacking and you're drawing 2 cards. And shout out to Martin Culata. He's watching his brother right now on stream, and he is he can't be more proud, honestly. He's watching it. He's like, Universe 11, Jiren. Yeah, Justin loves the column songs, the Jiren. I do not disagree with that statement. He's a very solid player, one of the most talented and most, he has the biggest track record out of anybody on the team. And he unfortunately doesn't have too much time to play Dragon Ball, but when he does,
that's unfortunate.
He does not disappoint. It's fantastic. I love it.
Absolutely.
He was so happy to go on this trip too. He was just like, oh man, I can finally go to an event. I can't wait. He was already like no indecision about his deck or like anything that he was gonna play.
Exactly what he was gonna play.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna play this. Yeah, it's not, I have no doubt in his mind. He was just like, this is it. I'm gonna do well with it.
So what do you sideboard in as George here? What do you do, man?
You put in that.
How do you deal with this Buuhan?
He needs that Monaka, for sure. Like
Okay.
the Monaka just solves your problems.
I like Monaka a lot.
And it's something that he would have been able to cast on 3 and just get rid of the Buuhan and make Justin dead draw for the next turn. So definitely that card if he has access to it. Other than that, negates are good. You do need to negate the Buuhan attack. Like, I don't care how many cards you're willing to sacrifice from your hand. You just need to be able to negate that attack.
Does George have access like Mafuba? Anything that you think maybe
Mafuba would be fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good way to shut
Mafuba would
down.
be so good, and it's particularly good in Frieza because it's technically
you can pay one
either
for it.
1 or 0 if you're really in like a stitch and you just have to play the Mafuba, and you can be tapped out, and Mafuba can just come hit you from left field.
Right. So Monaka, Mafuba. There's also the one card too, right? The green card that costs 2, right? George is playing green, right?
Enraged Gohan.
It's like if you kill something that's like has more has a higher cost.
Oh, Father Son Kamehameha.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, Father Son Kamehameha is also very strong.
That's like two and 2 green, right?
No, it's just 1 energy, 1 green energy. Yep.
Okay, so you can actually play that for free.
Yep.
So yeah,
you can play that for free. So that's definitely something that George is gonna have to go to the side deck to play if he's even playing it, because some people are just like, I'm playing Frieza, I'm fine against Cell. Nobody really thinks, what do I do against Buuhan?
I mean, you're right, but 100% right. But I feel like Buuhan's very simple. I see Buuhan as Cell Chain.
Yeah.
Right? But
I mean, it's it's comparable, but I don't think the popularity is comparable.
Oh, absolutely not. But I think the same things that beat Cell Chain beat Buuhan.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
Correct.
Yeah.
But
at least for now, until in 2 weeks. I don't know what you're going to do.
George might just be playing Father Son. Yeah, George might just be playing Father Son for Cell, and then just happens to have it against Buuhan too. So I wouldn't be surprised if I see it there, but I think usually Monaka is what you see with any iteration of blue, but Father Son being better in Mecha, I believe, because you can just cast it for free essentially, and it helps you awaken. So we're gonna see if we see that card from George here.
Looks like our players are always they set their life. I don't want to get too hasty. That's what always happens. See, we
saw King Vegeta's surprise attack from George's first hand mulligan, and he's putting it back.
Ooh,
that's gonna be fine. Yeah,
because out of all the decks, Buuhan is actually the one that wants to actually attack your guys the most.
Yep.
Right? They have access to
They want to hit your boos. They want to hit your little 5Ks so that you have no defense whatsoever. And King Vegeta's surprise attack is going to be huge.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, that's a good choice. George showing that he knows how to sideboard and we don't. Oh, okay. My bad, guys. Sorry, you're right. Good catch.
What happened?
I didn't update this. I never update this. I don't know why.
Oh, the little...
Yeah, I always forget to do it. I always forget to do it. All right, guys, we're going to go into the game here. Oh, well, it just so happens it's...
already starting. All right.
There we go. Perfect timing.
So, a green energy, not what you want to see turn 1 from George, but he did have the Monaka, which is what he kept off his mulligan, and that's definitely something that you want to see, but it doesn't look like his hand's very powerful again. I saw, I think, double KO.
Yeah, it looks like
Justin's doesn't
hand's
really
absurd.
do much.
Just looking at like the top borders of the card, it looks like
God.
it looks insane.
Yeah, he might have just drawn insane. So, 7 life. This is actually the most work that we have to do in a matchup because it is a Mecha Frieza deck and you're just manipulating your life so many times and you don't even have to, you don't even know what's happening. But it looks like Objection, Beerus, ability Unleashed Gohan, another Objection there. I think he has another one on top of that. And then he has the Cold Bloodlust to protect it.
Oh my goodness, George. What's happening, buddy?
Yeah, and the Time Patrol Trunks?
Time Patrol?
And the Time Patrol.
He gets objection off the Time Patrol.
Again. What is going on?
This is the miracle.
Yeah, this is, I mean, like, dude, I play Buuhan and I don't draw like this. And then I see him draw like this and I'm like, man, why am I not playing Buuhan?
Yeah, I know.
And then I just build the deck and I draw and I'm like, I never draw like this. But no, a fantastic draw from Justin. He's obviously not going to throw this away and try to execute this as best as possible here. Yeah, that's a great charge.
Yeah, amazing charge. Has the ability to now awaken. If I'm George, I'm like, man, I have 1 energy. You know what I mean?
Can I take Justin with me to Vegas? No, I actually have somebody that I take with me to Vegas that is actually way more lucky, but at least in the slots
George
department.
does take 2 here. George takes 2 here because he... No, he takes 2, right? Because in Monaka.
He flipped.
Oh, he loses it.
Yeah,
right,
the new effect.
Yeah.
The new change will actually prevent the Monaka from dealing 2 damage.
That actually makes that even better. That was like a downside. Did you give your opponent 2 cards?
That was the downside. Yeah, that was the downside.
Oh my gosh, I forgot.
Well, I don't know. Here in this situation, it might have been better to actually hit them for 2, but then obviously with this objection in hindsight, it's obviously worse because then you could awaken, but now George has put on, you better awaken this turn or else you're going to have a really miserable next turn. Because Justin's going to 5 energy on turn 2.
He actually could just play Buuhan right now.
That's it, yeah.
He just goes, okay, Buuhan.
He plays the red energy and he plays the Buuhan and it's literally over for George. He's got to have a Bloodlust and Thankfully, he does, I think.
He does have a Bloodlust.
Oh, he does have a
King
Vegeta, yeah. So maybe, King Vegeta's not so bad.
Maybe he does a Bloodlust. Maybe he does a Bloodlust.
That's
how he gets back in this game.
Yeah.
He just does, like we talked about.
Yeah, no, do not Bloodlust here, George. Yeah. Whatever you do.
Maybe George just goes, like whenever he plays out Buuhan, just go, okay, man, you got it. Like act like you're upset.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, man, you got it, man. And when he attacks to your Goku, be like, gotcha, King Vegeta.
Gotcha, B.
Yeah. Like King Vegeta. Like maybe we'll see. There's Jiren down. That's gonna allow him to.
And you can't really expect that line of thought to be going through Justin's head because I don't think like you can't play around a card like that.
Though. Is that what it is? Justin doesn't have the 5 drop.
Yeah, he doesn't have the 5 drop. Yeah, I mean it doesn't happen all the time. Like honestly, you draw a lot of cards in this deck, and sometimes you just draw the wrong pieces, and it looks like he just drew the piece actually. Yep.
Sometimes it happens. You don't get it. He got it.
He can't play it this turn.
Yeah, he can.
But it's still excellent. George is gonna be able to awaken off this Senzu Bean. And he's just going to do it now. He's just going to shotgun it. He's just going to be like, let me see what I got to work with.
4-4.
Because Justin might not even attack for this turn. Honestly, I would probably just play the Gohan and attack and draw. And maybe trade up with like a 5K. But I would also see the argument for not doing that. But Time Patrol Trunks is 100% going down for Justin here. Going to utilize that. He's got a Dodoria and the Buuhan to the bottom.
He puts that 7 drop in the bottom.
That's straight to the bottom. That is the fattest brick to the bottom of the most endless ocean I've ever seen.
I've never seen something go to the bottom as fast as that poor 7 drop Buuhan.
Goddamn MTG players. Yeah, Time Patrol Trunks is actually one of the biggest assets that Buuhan got back, and people haven't really played it since that card coming out. I remember Buuhan being around before Time Patrol came out, and then after Time Patrol came out, I didn't really see Buuhan anywhere. So it's really showing its crucial part in this combo deck.
It's showing why it's beautiful.
It's so fantastic. It's beautiful, like everything here. Because we're in beautiful. ARG North Carolina.
It's not the name of the state, but that's fine.
No, ARG owns it, actually. It's just ARG North Carolina. Every time I say North Carolina, I feel like I'm going to say South Carolina because it's just so close.
It is.
I'm surprised it was so short here, and we went through South Carolina. It must be like puny or something.
Did Justin get the 5 drop?
I believe so. He should have the 5 drop. Yeah, I think that's that last card in his hand.
Does he not have a Gohan?
He does have a Gohan. He should have the 3 drop Gohan.
So he's all good to go.
Yeah, he's good to go.
Okay.
Yeah, his opponent's going to leave up a green and a blue.
At 3 life.
Which doesn't really set off any type of alarm for Justin.
No.
Like, it's just natural. Like, if he would have had double blue available and he left,
maybe you're worried about Mafuba here.
Yeah.
Maybe you're like, this could be interesting.
I don't think you jam it here, but he's going to jam it. I also have a little bit of bias because I know George's hand.
Right.
But he's going to go for it here.
He knows it's on the bottom.
Buuhan's going to hit the bottom. Yep. Buuhan's going to hit the board.
I think I like George's idea of just literally not cool bubble. It's so greedy, George. But
you just got to risk it to get the biscuit.
I think you have to risk it. Also, by the way, Justin running like 6 Time Patrol Trunks. I feel like this is like the 8th one we've seen from Justin this game. It looks like George decides not to call Bloodlust.
Yeah, no, I think that's the exact correct line of play here. And it's not going to hurt Justin too much. He's just going to get 2 for 1. No big deal. No, 2 for 2. I'm sorry. Oh, actually, you cannot King Vegeta, the leader, and he's attacking the leader.
I was thinking about the leader. I was thinking about that Goku.
He's attacking the leader.
I thought Justin would get greedy and go for the Goku.
Oh, actually, he would if he had the miraculous comeback. So we're completely wrong here. The miraculous comeback is the only reason why you would attack creatures here.
Do you think so?
Yes. 100%. Yep. Justin's just not going to get greedy here, and George is going to get punished.
Oh, no. George
is down to 2, by the way.
I forsook you. It's the word forsook.
I soaked you with my forsook.
I forsooked you. with my knowledge. See, if I'm Justin, I would have killed that Goku. I'd be like, I don't want anything on your board. I want total domination. Then my guy gets blown out, and I'm like, I'm bad. Sorry.
You can see the flaws in King Vegeta at this very moment, and that's when George knew that he messed up.
George, man.
Because King Vegeta, unfortunately, only works on battle cards, and when you're going after the leader in a sensitive deck like Mecha Frieza,
could you imagine?
Just gonna get punished.
Could you imagine if you could give your leader revenge? Just how ridiculous.
Justin drew 2 cards off of this, by the way. He also could have taken the line of attacking the leader, choosing double strike, restanding, attacking again, then choosing the draw mode, and sustaining the double strike, and actually hitting his opponent for 2 on the second draw while drawing a card.
I just can't believe I didn't realize that the Mecha Frieza loses double strike. I mean, obviously it's how it works with Vegeta. Like, I understand the ruling. How did I not see that?
I just totally forgot that he actually plays 2 different type of Gohans, and one Gohan wants to go over creatures, and the other Gohan just wants to go at face. And he had the one that goes at face, and that's the one that he plays the most of. I think he only plays 2 copies of the one that goes to creatures. Because that was just significantly worse. Like, the other one you can cast on 3 and be like, okay, I'm cool, summon. Like, you can actually evolve the 7-drop over a Gohan. Yeah, Did you know that?
Yeah, my Panahan deck is like that. It's 4 of the 3-drop Gohan and 2 of the big Gohan, 6-drop Gohan. So
his brother's
is he trolling?
Genius level play. Me and Justin had discussed this actual scenario. Wow.
So here it is. Gohan coming out to kill the Buu. Obviously, everybody at home realizes that this is got cold ballisted, and now we're back to leader attack.
Man.
Alrighty. So we have 30K. So it looks like he actually is going for the Buuhan this time.
He learned that Buuhan must not survive. And that's what's great about this Mecha Frieza deck.
That is to the leader, right?
Oh, what? Okay, it looks like George has hit a decision in his head where he knows that he cannot deal with the Buuhan, and he just wants to go over the life.
Turn, maybe?
Yeah. Well, no, because I think he would have played the Monaka. Oh no, then he would have been tapped out of.
Right. That blue.
Justin's at 3, by the way, I think. Not at 4.
Oh, you're right. Yep, sorry. I'm just amazed at this game right now.
Yeah, no, Justin's playing this. He's drawing really well.
Justin's doing amazing. This one take good too.
Yeah. But the more important matter here is that Justin's getting more cards, and he's going to untap with a boot. And that Massane's not going to do anything unless he just goes all in on there. But he has the negate, of course.
George with 2 King Vegeta surprise attack in hand. Man, that's terrible.
It's
George
over.
is like, I can't beat it.
That was the fastest 2-0 I think we've gotten. We have 24 minutes in the round. Justin showing his excellence, a very fantastic player, very fluid, very fluid.
Sometimes you just go Monaka objection, objection. Good Lord.
That was insane.
That's scary to me.
That was.
Yeah, I don't ever want to play against that. Don't ever make me do that.
The deck can do very unfair things already as Mecha Frieza, but then you're playing with this huge tower that you're defending. Instead of Kale, just imagine that 2 times scarier and bigger. This Kale's drawing you 2 cards a turn.
George,
and this
sorry.
Kale's attacking.
I feel like it's my fault George lost. I feel like
that was probably
because
I was actually thinking about it too, and I'm like, oh
greedy.
Man, yeah. No, but he discussed that scenario actually. It would have made sense to attack the Goku, but your opponent's playing green, your opponent kept 2 mana up. He knows about the card, because I know he knows about the card.
Of course, I mean,
but you don't expect your opponent to just be like, I cited it in, you know.
Right.
But
Man.
it's great how that, like, all that information, all the games that he's played, he just like, wait, there is one of the cards in this game that is an out to what I'm gonna do right now, and I'm gonna play around that card. And that's just excellent retainment from a player. Like that's
yeah. I mean,
you can't ask for anything.
That's the great thing about good players is like they know what to play around, right? I mean, a lot of players still try to play around everything. It's impossible to play around everything.
Yeah.
But what you need to do is play around the right thing at the right time, which is very hard to do.
Extremely
but if you can
hard.
do it, that's how you achieve
if you play
mastery.
around the wrong thing,
Right.
If you play around the wrong thing, you lose yourself the game because you're trying to next level yourself.
Right. Exactly.
But
absolutely.
And then that just came so natural. He
At
also
round
you saw the pause too. Yeah, around 7. These are two very well-known players on the circuit.
Absolutely.
These are not like, you know.
Yeah, these aren't just like two guys.
Joe and Bob.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like
this is.
There's two battle of the minds going at it, and this is like what I really appreciate. And was probably the most fulfilling match for me to like watch all day. Not just because it's a PBG player. Honestly, I don't care. It would have been anybody on the other side, but to play around that.
Here's the deal. I need to pick up two Buuhan, two 7-drop boos from.
I'm sorry,
you.
we're sold out. Actually.
This is ridiculous.
Guys, if you think this deck is really insane now, I mean, like, wait until next set. Definitely start picking
Next
up
set they
your
can actually go off a
Buuhans.
turn earlier.
Start picking up your Buuhans right now, because that is, it's going to be deadly.
Yeah, you pick up your Buuhans, pick up your Pan. Then
just buy them both at the same time.
You play Panahan. I'm telling you guys, Panahan is absurd. It's so good. Panama City. So good.
That was a great match, though, guys.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. I think we're going to go ahead and go.
Yeah. I mean,
we're going to step away.
We're going to step away. I would love to bring Justin up here, but I know he doesn't really like the camera, honestly.
I'm going to love Panhan, guys. Panhan's so much fun. You guys know. You guys have seen it on my stream. You're a subscriber. You know what I'm talking about. You guys have seen it. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Because what's really cool about Panhan is you can play out the 4-drop, the new 4-drop Boo. You draw a card when it comes into play.
Uh-huh.
Right, and it has the ability to you pay 2, and then you search your deck. You put a card under it, and then search your deck for the 5-drop. Mm-hmm. And so you essentially play out the 4-drop Boo, draw a card off the Pan's ability, awaken, ready 2 energy, and then use the 2 energy to go get the 5-drop. And then when you put the 5-drop in play, you draw another card, because that's how Pan works. Because
yeah, because you flip.
And so essentially you do your combo, and you don't lose any cards.
That's insane.
Yeah, and then it has 40,000 because it keeps it has 40,000 barriers, 7-drop though. So then you use that, go get 7-drop. So
that's insane.
Round 7 update played another Mecha 1-2-0. Danny apparently won as fast as well.
Nice.
These top players, man. No wonder this is how they go. This is how they do so good at the events.
Danny on the next one for sure.
Yeah, they only played 10-minute rounds.
Actually, Danny might play Justin off chance. True. Because Justin would have to get paired down.
Right.
But that's actually extremely possible.
Jeez.
So that might be a fantastic next match for sure. But I think for sure, Danny, I want to see that hand destruction because we haven't really seen hand destruction like completely live up to its expectations.
Right. Is that what Danny's playing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
I have no idea. I have no idea what any of my players are playing. By the way, I just have no idea.
You're such a great team leader, manager.
I just went to sleep. Well, here's my team. Okay, because my team members aren't like your team members, right? My team members are like, yes, I'm playing Soul Striker. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. I believe in you. I know you'll do good. And they're like, okay, I'm switching to Mecha Frieza, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, man. I think that you'll do well with Mecha Frieza. You're a great player. No matter what you play, you'll do great.
That's what I tell my guys.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Exactly.
And then other times I'm just like, you're terrible.
Yeah, and then
why are you gonna do this?
And then they'll play test for 3 weeks with Mecha Frieza, right? And I'm like, that's awesome, dude. They'll come to the KTM house. They'll play 1 match against each other.
Yes.
And they'll lose.
They'll be like,
and they'll go,
I'm switching my deck.
No, I lost.
I can't do this. I'm leaving.
It's like, what is happening, guys?
That's what happened last night. Actually, same exact thing.
Yeah, it happens
like
all the time.
action for action.
So I have no idea what to
like,
play because they switch literally seconds.
Are you gonna play him in round? No, you're gonna be playing against other players. Like, do you feel comfortable with this deck? Yeah, so play the deck.
It's like Colby literally came in with he came in with androids.
Androids, yeah.
And
He won the
I started setting up this stream, and he walks over to me and he's like, "Can I borrow your Gohans? Like, I'm gonna play Soul Striker." Literally 30 minutes before the freaking event starts, and so I'm like, "Of course, man." So I give my Gohans and stuff. He walks over, sets down, and then somebody asked me, they're like, "Hey, I'll play Colby next round. What is he playing?" And I was like, "Oh, he's playing Soul Striker." And they're like, "Oh, cool." And they come over to me like, that's your liar. And I was like, what happened? They're like, he's playing androids. And I was like, Colby, come here. I was like, I thought you were playing Soul Striker. He's like,
I look like an idiot.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'll switch it back 15 minutes for the round. So it's like he literally switched again. And I'm just like, I can't keep track of what these guys are playing. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my god, I feel the same exact way. It's just so crazy. And then other players will try to get other players to switch.
Yeah.
Like Eddie's like, bro, you gotta play Vegeta, bro. Marcel, you got it. Bro, Marcel,
guys,
Vegeta boys.
You have to play Eddie.
You have to play Vegeta.
It makes sense. Think about it.
Think about it.
What got
Vegeta,
us here?
I love Vegeta. What
That's what Eddie says. That's what Eddie says.
How do we start this journey?
We can't turn our back on Vegeta.
It's like
Eddie. Listen, it's a piece
of
of cardboard.
It's a terrible. First of all, it's a terrible call for this event. Like, not too long ago, I had an argument. I mean, a conversation with him. He's like, "Yeah, I effed up."
Yeah, not messed up.
And I'm like, "You think?"
Every time I talk to Eddie, he does this thing where he goes, "Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna play Vegeta next time." And I'm like, "All right." And the next time he's like, "I'm playing Vegeta," and he always does it like, "I have the most broken deck in the format." You're
always,
like, "Oh,
always.
snap!"
Like,
You're like, "What is
something
it?"
new. It's like it's the same
It's
deck.
Vegeta.
Eddie, it's the same deck.
But instead of running red, I'm running green this time. And you're like, "Oh, okay." And then at next round, he's like, next event, he's like, "Listen, I figured it out. I'm going back to red." It's like, Eddie, you're playing the same two decks. You're playing it.
Just back and forth. Just back and forth. Like, what are you doing?
It still tops with it. That's what's saying.
And I really do hope that he pulls it out. I mean, at X2, you're not dead in the water, but it's pretty. I don't know. It's just Vegeta got a significant downgrade, and I feel like, sure, it could be good in the future. It just needs a few more cards. Maybe you take another like angle to Vegeta, and it's not the same old like,
Right.
I'm gonna do this. You know what's coming. Like, you know how to play against it. Blah blah blah. Like, it's just. Yeah. But it's fun. These guys all have like great. They're all high skill players, so I feel like whatever they end up playing, they know how to play it very fluently, and it's just a matter of like being comfortable with the deck and like knowing exactly what you're doing. Because like maybe you pick up a new deck, you're use high skill level, but then it takes you forever to play it, and then you're just like. Yeah.
So I want to address something real quick before we go. It says, I'm sorry, the color of your name is messed up, but it's like Sate Soul Lives something. It says Planet Vegeta only searches one decent monkey. I want to tell you guys something about Planet Vegeta. Okay, low-key, I think Planet Vegeta is the best card in set 3.
I agree.
The best card. And
I agree.
It's not because of anything that has to do with monkeys. I don't care about that at all. What's great about that card is it's a 1 energy, search a 4 cost or less Saiyan. That is Kel. That's Gohan. That's a lot of your Gokus.
If it just did that, I would just play it.
Right, yeah, exactly. That's it literally gets you so many good cards. It gets the new Kaba card, which is absurd. It gets a
Khalifa.
Khalifa, yeah, it gets Khalifa. I just call her Cauliflower because I don't know what the heck her name is.
Yeah.
Right, so it gets Khalifa, it gets those cards, which are all absurd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It gets you tons of combo cards. It gets you, if you think of almost anything that has to do with a Saiyan in any deck, if you think of any deck that you play,
it
runs
you
a
have
Saiyan.
some type of Saiyans in there.
Yeah, it is. It's such a good card.
Yeah.
I mean, just literally a 1 yellow, go get Kel, I would play it. If the card literally was if it just said, pay 1 energy, search your deck for a Kel, put it in your hand, I would probably play that card. So, like, the fact that you can go get Kel or a Gohan or anything else, I'm telling you guys, it's broken. It also has another effect, by the way, which just readies all of your monkeys at the end of the turn. Yeah, not a problem.
Nah, who plays monkeys?
Especially when all your monkeys are blockers and barriers and criticals and all this other crap. But, yeah, absurd. So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think that's it for us. Any more questions, let us know. We're going to try to probably get Danny Hype on there next round.
Definitely. He's been active on the stream. Everybody wants to see him. He has a pretty good YouTube channel. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely go subscribe to him.
Yeah, Danny's
he has
awesome
some pretty
guy.
Interesting content. Not too regular, but he has some pretty interesting stuff. I honestly watch his videos all the time.
Yeah, Danny's a good guy. So, absolutely. All right, guys. We're going to get off here. Quit balling you. Love you guys very much. George, still being amazing, by the way. Love having you.
Thank you so much, man. I can't believe I have so much energy right now.
Dude,
it must be you. I'm feeding off your energy.
What's so funny is, like, sometimes whenever you're commentating, guys, because, like, I woke up at 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
I've been up.
I don't know how you have
I've been
so much
awake since 4, right? And so we got here, and so, like, you start getting a little tired. You know what I mean? You start getting a little exhausted. But then what happens is you watch a game where the opponent's, like, goes Manaka, objection, awakens, plays Buuhan, and it just wakens you up. You're just like, yeah, yes!
I'm
It's
ready.
like, yeah, like,
I
it's
want
just,
to do that.
Yeah, give me the power. It's just like, so it's awesome. So definitely. All right, guys. We have what? 2 more rounds.
Yeah, 2 more rounds. And we have 13 minutes in the round, guys. So we'll put that timer up on you. And yeah, if you have any more questions, we'll get back to them once we get back on.
All right, guys. Talk to you soon.
Peace.